Hello, this is Willie here in the Ozarks. We're looking at February the 30, the, the February the 3rd, which is lesson 34. I could see peace instead of this. Remember yesterday's lesson, there's another way of looking at the world? Well, another way of looking at the world is you can see peace instead of this. So no matter what you see, remember you can always see peace. That's an internal choice. No one takes that from you. No matter what happens, you always have that choice. All right? So that today I wanted to show you a broccoli. I've got some broccoli. This is that hybrid variety. Get it from the garden supply store. Don't really have a greenhouse set up yet, so I'm having to depend a little bit on others for getting my starts, and I want to get an early start on broccoli. And this variety is supposed to be slow bolting, grows good in the southwest. It's a fall plant, grows good around here, doesn't bolt early. Anyway, so like I told you yesterday, we always strive for heirlooms so we can save the seed, but occasionally we make concessions due to what's available. And yesterday I said, hey, if you guys know what this plant was, might have been a day or two ago. No, yeah, yesterday. I threw that weed away. But you know what? I went into the University Extension office. We've got one here in Neosho, being the county seat. And the receptionist there, her name was Michelle. I walked in with the plant. And I said, I'm trying to find somebody who can tell me what this is. She had Pirelli. uh, she apparently knows most of her plants. That was a good find to know that we've got someone local that can help us identify plants now. She printed up some information for me. Let's see if you can see. This is the dried plant here. Let me show that to you a little better. It stands erect. And I don't know if you can see these well, but there's what it looks like. She printed those off. It kind of turns kind of a reddish brown color, and then as it gets bigger, I got a picture here too of what it looks like as it gets a little bigger. That might be a hard one to see. Here we go. There you can see. We've all seen that growing in our gardens if you live here in southwest Missouri, northwest Arkansas, this part of the Ozarks. There's another pretty good picture of it. Anyway, it says when I got to reading about Pirelli, Perilla mint, Perilla, Perilla fruit scans. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right in our Latin. Of course, it's a dead language. I think you can say it any way you want. No one ever speaks it, they say. Okay, going on now. Yesterday again was there's another way of looking at the world. And today we're going to look at the world in a peaceful way. I could see peace instead of this. So, and my glasses. Okay, drop my glasses. Here they are. One time I was looking for my glasses and I told my office worker, I said, I cannot find my glasses. She says, Will, they're on your head. So anyway, that's when you probably saw me looking where my glasses. That's the first place I've usually put my hands. Okay, lesson 34. I could see peace instead of this. The idea for today begins to describe the conditions that prevail in the other way of seeing. Peace of mind is clearly an internal matter. It must begin with your own thoughts and then extend outward. It is from your peace of mind that a peaceful perception of the world arises. 2. 3 longer practice periods are required for today's exercises. Remember I said we were going to have sustained exercises? Well, we're going to have 3 longer ones, but we're going to also have our short bring it to your attention many times during the day. I could see peace instead of this. And use it whenever you find yourself tempted to become disturbed about anything. So let your sense of losing of your peace, that feeling of loss of peace or beginning to lose peace or a tinge of the losing it and getting ready to lose it more, let that be a signal. Let that be a light that comes on in your dash that says, warning, warning, use your lesson now. I could see peace instead of this. 3 longer practice periods are required for today's exercises. 1 in the morning and 1 in the evening are advised, with an additional 1 to be undertaken at any time in between, which seems most conducive to readiness. All applications should be done with your eyes closed. It is your inner world to which the applications of today's idea should be made. I set my timer this morning for 5 minutes on my oven, and you could do that at lunchtime. It'd be a nice time. Stop and eat something and set your timer for 5 minutes and be still and repeat the lesson and let the thoughts come dispassionately and go by and release them, identify them and let them go. Paragraph 3. Some 5 minutes of mind searching are required for each of the longer practice periods. Search your mind for fear thoughts, anxiety-provoking situations, offending personalities or events, or anything else about which you are harboring unloving thoughts. Note them all casually, repeating the idea for today slowly as you watch them arise in your mind, and let each one go to be replaced by the next. 4. If you begin to experience difficulty in thinking of specific subjects, continue to repeat the idea to yourself in an unhurried manner, without applying it to anything in particular. Be sure, however, not to make any specific exclusions. We should be well accustomed to that by now. Make no exclusions. Paragraph 5. The shorter applications are to be frequent and made whenever you feel your peace of mind is threatened in any way. The purpose is to protect yourself from temptation throughout the day. If a specific form of temptation arises in your awareness, the exercise should take this form. I could see peace in this situation instead of what I see in it now. I could see peace in this situation instead of what I now see in it. 7. If the inroads on your peace of mind take the form of more generalized adverse emotions, such as depression, anxiety, or worry, use the idea in its original form. I could see peace instead of this. If you find you need more than one application of today's idea to help you change your mind in any specific context, try to take several minutes and devote them to repeating the idea until you feel some sense of relief. It will help you if you tell yourself specifically, I can replace my feelings of depression, anxiety, or worry, or my thoughts about this situation, personality, or event with peace. Let me read that again. I can replace my feelings of depression, anxiety, or worry, or my thoughts about this situation, personality, or event with peace. I can replace my feelings with peace. So if you have sometimes you get just a general blah feeling and you're not quite yet sure what the thought is that's causing it. Or maybe you know what's the general cause, but you haven't awakened to the specifics. Well, it says what to do if you have that general feeling of anxiety or worry or depression or whatever negative feeling that's unloving. Well, then you can just say the general phrase, I could see peace instead of this. And he says you can close your eyes and do that a few times. Tell you what, when I was first learning these things, I would make an excuse and go to the bathroom if I was in a situation, and I'd sit in the toilet. If it was in a public bathroom, I'd shut the stall and I would sit there on the toilet and I would just say my lesson. I could see peace instead of this until I'd get some sense of relief. Anyway, we can always find a little quiet place. I like what Yogananda used to say. He'd say, make a polite excuse and then go get time by yourself. He said, if you're really, really angry, do a few push-ups or something and then sit at peace. All right, I could see peace instead of this. Until tomorrow, let's look for that peace everywhere. It's always here because of God's goodness.